So you passed out in 1990s in IIT, right? So
And
like
two.
92, like back then, like was IIT the same hype as it is today, or was it something different?
In terms of the cultural thing, like I also like visited in 2016, let's say maybe after my son was graduating. Okay.
Oh.
My son has also passed out from same IIT. So I passed out 92, then I went to 98. There was not much of difference. But when I went in 2016, I think the campus has changed, like wherever my agricultural department campus has come, because main building, everything was there. So much change has come. I think like it is like the cultural thing is much more important because if you walk in the night, people are playing games and coffee. New restaurants, only few restaurants we had, Chedis and outside, city. So
Mhm.
much the cultural thing has come. Change is visible, so many hostels, so many facilities. I think one loves to do it, enjoy much more time out there.
ओके एंड लाइक आपका शुरू से ही ऐसा था क्या कि आपको आईआईटी में ही जाना है? मतलब उस टाइम पे आई थिंक गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स एंड यूपीएससी वाज आल्सो समथिंग वेरी बिग इन 1990s.
I wouldn't say like what was this one. Let's say I grew up in a very rural environment, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and my father's and mothers both uneducated in the village, small village in the rural area, okay.
Uh-huh.
So if you look at it, my family, nobody knew what IIT is all about, okay. Nobody knew the educations, in the village
Mhm.
level. I didn't know, what IIT is all about, But like once I came in class fifth, school, it's for primary schools, you have to go to primary schools, early. So I got first. Then I recognized I'm a better guy. Then eighth, ninth, I got better guy. Then there was one exam, NTSC, that time used to
Mm.
happen, still happening.
Yes.
So in that exam, somebody told me you apply for that, your life will change. You will go to the uh, district schools, government schools. So I applied, and they used to take 10, 20 people every all the toppers, and they will put in the government schools in the district headquarters. That's Sultanpur. Okay. So I got selected. I didn't know. Someday postcard came. You've been selected. So I moved it the district where they provided. Like here, I have. I didn't know pakka house, kacha house. You. So fathers and all these things, both my parents. So I went to city, living in light. You have a light, you have a hospital, and you have everything. Like so, the life changed. In the IIT. So then, since I was first class, first I maintained 9, 10th, 11, 12. Some
Mm-hmm.
on 10 somebody came from the IIT who passed out every year. Somebody from IIT Kanpur was senior. He came. There's a IIT. You should try to appear for IIT. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what to do because there was a problem of you study in English medium or exam is Hindi medium or your exam is English medium. So you have to put the dictionary and write it and prepare it. So
Mm-hmm.
he guided me by, apply for Agrawal classes. If your 9, 10th is good, then you might get it. So I applied for Agrawal classes. They gave some booklet and I prepared.
Uh-huh.
And then somehow I was able to select it in the first attempt. Okay. 1800 some ranks. And then
Uh-huh.
based on, since I didn't know anything, since I was from the farmer family, I thought, let me take it, food engineering is better. And that is how I landed up in Kharagpur. Okay. So
Got.
it is not that key I wanted to do because when you born in poor family, aspiration is to grow up. It was
Yeah.
poverty driven. Something make it better for your life. It was there's nothing like that. I have something. And then when I went to an IIT, like since I was extrovert, hall secretary, government secretary, so I became government secretary. So I won the elections and hall press, then department president and all these things. So some leadership quality I had from the this one. So I won the elections, and so I did something in the department also last final year.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to merge the agriculture and food. So we went for both brochure preparing, and then we went to directors and changed the name. Earlier it was name of agriculture, now it is agriculture and food engineering. That was my
Oh.
change, This food was growing up, and we went to all the ISR and all these things and tried to change the name. So that is how the journey of the IIT went. And then in the IIT, I wanted to go. I got a job in the tea gardens. So hardly, if you look at it, 92's best job at art, Tisco's and all the thing 3000, because
Hmm.
first day campus में some company came and 500 people appeared. And out of that
Hmm.
10 guys, they get highest job paying was 3,000 rupees a per month salary in 92. Man.
Hmm.
And then I got a job in the tea garden where I had a house, 5 number of servants. I was a factory manager. So 4 years I enjoyed. Basically, from the village level where everything you have to do, to
Hmm.
living in a house, sleeping in the tub, 5 servants. The life was hell, but manufacturing one sector, another sector. But somehow
Hmm.
I wasn't made for this one. I wanted to come out and do something for, sales. So I again applied, and only way you can move from manufacturing to do MBA and MBA. So MBA was uh, coming out from manufacturing to sales. That's why I applied it from IIT Kharagpur only in MBA, and then I moved to sales.
Got it. Got it. And like, how was like after MBA? Do you got placed from the campus itself, or like what
Yeah,
was
I
the
got
first floor?
Yeah, I got a place. Most of my, let's say, we had a 20 people in MBA, which was earlier MBA was somewhere somebody has to 2 years experience, okay,
Hmm.
and postgraduate, engineering graduate. That was the criteria. Unlike this MBA wasn't open for and 1.5 years, okay. So 1 year you have to completely finish it, and 6 months you will be in a job, where 6 month project will be there. So
Hmm.
I joined in the company where I was absorbed, same company. Okay. And so most of my other guys went to US, 99%. They are in US only. But I
Hmm.
never wanted to go US because I thought as salesman I'm better. So though, the opportunity was very high in the US, salary was very high. But
Hmm.
I thought like I'm good at sales. I somewhere. So let's say Tea Garden, with same company also gave me a study leave. So you come back and join. But the Tea Gardens, once you do the MBA, and I did not go. But that I went and start marketing of the tea. Another company, Eveready Industries. So I thought, let me sell the tea I was manufacturing. So 2.5 years I sold the tea. Then I joined Godrej Consumer Product as area sales manager, sales
Hmm.
handling Gujarat. Then I moved to Coca-Cola as an area sales manager. Then I joined Telecom. That time Telecom was coming 2004. And 16 years, 13 years I was from starting from senior manager to GM to let's say CXO. So I worked in Gujarat, entire Gujarat handling. Then I went and worked in Andhra Pradesh. Then I worked in UP. And eventually
Hmm.
I came here in Zambia. That has been a journey. Basically purely on a sales, basically.
Got it. And like back then, have you ever thought ke in like going in the future, I want to start something of my own, or want to build something, or get into entrepreneurship?
I have never thought like tell you. See, when I was in Patna, if you haven't seen India earlier, you were born in let's say 2000. Okay,
Yes.
house was a dream. I never thought like I I was working in Patna and some Jyotsi told me, okay, I showed my hand, and when I was working ever in industries, and I showed my hand, and he gave me, you will have a house, you will have a car, a home. I never thought, I never believed this is possible in
Hmm.
India because what your salary you're getting, very less number of salary opportunities was by 2000 was very very less. It is 2000
Hmm.
when India was liberated, just cusp up this one was going. Okay, so like so the first was like you have to build your house. This generation. So I have house, then you have a car, then some deposit should be there. That is how scarcity mentality was there. So when 4045 by 2014 I wanted to do something my own, but I didn't know how to do it. And I asked a couple of guys, my batchmate, he was in PNG head, can we do something? But I don't know what is a startup is all about, how a startup should happen. There was no idea. uh, there was no clue. that I will ever do it, But I had
Mhm.
desire, okay, because I worked 16, 17 hours from the day one, no matter what salary somebody was paying. Okay. So I wasn't made for a job. Job is 9 to 5, come back and spend time with your boss, do sycophancy, build a relationship and be smart and you can do it. It's not contributing, that's job material guy. Most of the time I used to be in the field,
Hmm.
solving the problem, understanding the customers. Okay. So
Hmm.
I will start my day at 8 o'clock and maybe come at 9 o'clock when everybody will be sleeping at home. Okay. That's 10, 15 years, talking to the retailers, selling it, building up, turn around. Maybe probably that's why I grew much faster, than anybody else. Hard work was something. So understanding problem, analyzing data. But by 2000, like when my son got an IIT and I had enough money, saved in Africa 2 years, and I thought like he will be able to earn his living after IIT, and I have money which I can survive because I'm a vegetarian totally. I don't eat meat. I eat once. I reduce. I was eating twice. I'm now take only lunch, no dinner. So my cost has become completely less.
Hmm.
So I thought like whatever I'm even if interest I'm getting it, I will be able to survive the rest of my life. I can take 4, 5 year risk. But still I didn't know anything. By 2019, when I left in my country, got over in Zambia, I went to this one Bangalore, and I took 2,000 rupees one bus ticket, AC bus ticket, and I
Hmm.
met all KGP founders, 50 to 60, understanding the journey.
Oh.
Okay, 1 year. What did they
Huh.
started out? How they started, like figuring it
Hmm.
out. How they identified the problem. Did they were techie guy, not techie guy?
Huh.
Because idea was there, but how to start, I didn't know. And I joined one friends a KGP company in a startup. But idea was to every day I used to take bus because startup did not have that much money and travel and find out who is my batchmate. So I met hundreds to 200 founders, roughly understanding each guy's journey. Then I
Huh.
realized is startup is not, you don't have to be techie. Okay. Number one,
Huh.
you have to understand the problem and you have to understand whether can you make the solutions for it. Okay. So most of the guys, they were not techie, they were techie, they could design. They found the people who could design.
Hmm.
They found they had a courage, so they could stand 2 to 3 years. Everybody had setbacks. So I thought like I can now I was getting confidence. I know so many problems why I'm not able to solve the problem. That's why reflecting which are the problem in my life I can make money.
Huh.
So that is where the idea came of these solutions came. This one, the startup solution came. Which are the problem where we can make money, and I
Hmm.
have encountered those problems.
Got it. And like back then, you were saying that a lot of your batchmates were going to USA, right?
Yeah,
And that was like some kind of culture in like early 2000. But why
80
was it so?
80% people. If you
Why
go in
like?
the 80% people, when I was working in, like if you say 20% people were applying in back then,
Mhm.
everybody, if you final year, everybody will be TOEFL, they will be applying. Everybody moves to US.
Huh.
Scholarship was available. It's
Hmm.
$40 may we will apply the fees. Father will give. Yeah, everybody, most of the people. If I look at my batchmate today, 92, and phone number, which is the group, you will find 90% people are in US. They migrated. Opportunity was not there in India. It's not anything else because what will you do? You will join Cisco, Telco, 3,000, 4,000 rupees job. The best company was Cisco will come. IT wasn't coming. So it was US was dream, scholarship was coming. Only thing you can apply and get it. So that
Oh.
is how migration happens. So if I look at 2016, 17, if I go to IIT Mumbai, I was there and I was asking General Secretary. So saying hardly people go. 10, 20% people apply. This craze has gone complete.
Hmm. Yep. And like actually, was it like dot com bubble was something in 2000 in US? A lot of dot com companies were building up, and they were hiring talent from India. Like how was the situation that time?
So if you look at 92, there was nothing. When I was doing
Oh.
an MBA 2000, yes, it has come.
Hmm.
Ramco systems, they started coming, and the mass recruitment was happening in 2000,
Oh.
98.
Hmm.
So 70, 80 people, bulk, whoever wants to go. No, every department has changed to IT. You do something and move to the IT. Whether you know it not, they wanted to hire IITians, whether they will saying, okay, you join, we will train you how to do coding.
Okay.
So that is how people say, okay, this is job is giving. So when I look at 92, there was nothing. But when I look at 2000s and IIT, it was changed, people
Hmm.
pivoted to, IT products.
Hmm. Okay. And like, what was the situation of India at that time? If you want to like visualize or make someone who is born in 2001 to visualize what was India back in early 2000. So how
Uh,
would you tell, what would you tell them?
so like 92 was hopeless. Okay. There was a hope has come into, let's say, 2000. Okay. 92, like best campus, like one company, Sriram came, okay, where these guys were MD, Kaushik Ray and Surikant Pandey, two guys got selected out of 500 people. This is an open company, all the department. Okay.
Hmm.
So if you think 400 people, everybody applied, and highest salary can be 3,000. So you can think of 3,000
Oh.
rupees per month was the highest salary we celebrated in the, hostel. This is guy, then look at salary 3,500. This is how you can perceive it. Tisco and all these things will be same size, same salary will be doing general management.
Got
So
it.
even
And
3,000 salary and you are
hmm.
getting, let's say, US, what will you
Huh.
choose? Obviously, you will go to US.
Got it. And during that time in India, like what was the like let's say what was the dream car or like dream thing you wanted to buy?
Maruti 800.
Okay. And like what was the cost of Maruti 800 at that time?
I think 60 to 70,000 was the cost, something like that. I don't remember. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I think 1 lakh. 1 lakh was a car. A car was a
Hmm.
cost. Yeah. And
And
then we have to go in. Let's say there was no PCO. We used to on the instigate. There was one PCO and two
uh,
PCO. So you have to go and stand for your parents calling you. Na, there was no phone available. Na, in
uh,
92. So there was a PCO was there in Instime, and there otherwise some trunk call will come to your hostel and somebody parents will call you. But normally in Instime there were 4 PCOs will be there. You go and stand up, whichever family had phone number, they will
uh.
call and 60 rupees for 3 minutes.
Crazy. And like, what was the hype about Maruti 800 at that time? Matlab, I met lot of people and they are like, Maruti 800 was my dream car at that time.
It was a dream like car, yeah, something. If you look at car and Jeep, it was a dream, na. You
Hmm.
haven't seen the car, somebody's standing, somebody's moving fast. Okay. And you are in cycle. Most of the us like in a campus, maybe everybody was moving in cycle, but
Hmm.
car was a dream, na. Something you will go. And only way the life was there, like we used to go to Saturday to Calcutta, Victoria Falls, and come back.
Hmm.
Go to Victoria Falls and take a 10 kwacha train, 10 rupees train, go and come back either without ticket or with ticket. You have to go to Calcutta and Saturday, Sunday and come back in the evening. That was entertainment. Look at the Victoria, look at the city and come back. That's an entertainment. But the way IIT campus is there a lot of activities. I never realized what is important of the activities. Let's say soapbox. It prepares you how to fight.
Hmm.
Elect, issues like this, and all president maintenance. They're a small job, but they prepare you a good man. I never realized it. If you look at a life of any 20 years life, if I look at somebody who was hall president or secretary, their career
Hmm.
profile has gone up very high. We didn't know, like we were fighting for doing something, but the kind of learning which you have to, prepare your budget, you have to do and one elections, you have to fight. Those are very, very small things, subtle thing. You are either tennis secretary, either you are, this XR and you are organizing, you are getting fund. So that's
Hmm.
why you're learning. You prepare. You're learning. When you are winning in a team, either your hall is getting, or let's say Deepavali celebration. These are small event, but has a significant prepares you a value which your those values you will never get it in book. Nah.
Yep. Yep. And like, when did the entrepreneurship or like this startup culture came in India? Like, what was the time?
I think for me, like 2014, 2013 came very few selected people who went to US. They wanted to come back. Okay.
Oh.
But in the mass, I think it came in 2019, 2019, 20 is mass. 14, 15,
Hmm.
it started when the uh, data came in Reliance, that is where, because data was like 250 GB. And like, if you look at 20, 10 to, when I was telecom, if I left 4G was emerging, let's say by 2014, we didn't know
Hmm.
the 4G will be there. Okay. And
Hmm.
if I still remember, I got transferred to UP East, and we had a town hall and with the 300 employees, and someone asked, what is your preparation answer to Reliance Geocom? That's it, MD saying, how many of you have a 4G phone? So one guy raised it. If you are an employee, only one guy has a 4G phone, and the Reliance was coming with a 4G phone, Reliance will not be a successful company. That was an empty vision. They didn't know what is going to happen. Then same year we had a meet in Shanghai,
Hmm.
leadership meet, and where China Telecom and everybody presented in month of June. It
Hmm.
was, let's say, month of April, MDNB, and when entire China was moving to 4G, we had a 4G license,
Hmm.
but we were not launching it. Adoption was from the 2G to 3G movement was very bad. I think 3G to 4G movement will be, people has to buy SIM card. Changing the SIM card was a difficult one. Okay, you have to change the SIM card. So they never realized when the China Telecom came and they saying entire, you know, China will become the 4G devices price will go off. By the time Reliance had already 3.5 years ahead. And when the data came in, every startup started, because that time all the things was happening,
Hmm.
background, phone pay and all this thing, but adoption was very, very less. Number of people using the phone, a smartphone, and data was very highly, cost was very high. So this, I think 2017, when the Reliance came, I think that is where everybody's, because everybody was building in tech only, but tech needs the data.
Hmm. Got it. And like, you were working in Idea, right, during a
Yeah,
very long time.
yeah,
So, and recently, not recently, like few years back, Idea merged with Vodafone, right?
yeah.
So, according to you, like, what actually went wrong with Idea? Was it that Geo thing which you mentioned, or like something else as well, which led Idea to die?
So Idea was fastest growing company, best
Hmm.
culture. I do not know. We do not know why we were doing like growth wise. We become third largest in terms of the revenue, but they thought like, Boda and merger will be better, but that become a counterproductive. Values went down, and two companies culture, because Idea was very highly empowered culture
Hmm.
from Aditya Birla. You have power. Nobody will leave. To give you an example, like during 2000, when I became a CXO early in 2009, 2006 or 2017, we had
Hmm.
200 CXO in
Hmm.
every, not a single guy, so many new players have come, but not single guy has left. Attrition was zero.
Hmm.
Okay, the very good culture company. I don't know why they merged it. Okay, they merged. Okay, we'll have they had some optical fiber cable. Idea also had optical fiber. If on the paper front, everything looks very fine.
Hmm.
Okay, instead of sharing, we will be, because they think alone they cannot survive. If
Hmm.
fiber cable investment will be very high. Okay, so put together overall, they will be able to fight together, but they never thought culture thing was bigger thing. They couldn't merge the culture. So there was a
Hmm.
threat, two companies, same circle, same number of people, 3 years. If you are under threat environment, you're not, you don't know whether you'll survive or you'll be out. So that is where and then put together they did not put up the investment, putting the fiber cable, because you can't build a fiber cable in 1 year, 2 years. They didn't launch 4G, and when they launched it, this one, like if you look at the each tower, Reliance was directly connected with IP. That means one site you can give 100 GB at a time. We
Hmm.
had a capacity of 20 GB. So even if you match with a tariff, your customers will not be able to, take it, because existing customer will lose out. So making each tower a IP, they never thought that. Even if you start doing it, it will take 2 to 3 years. So they didn't choice. That's the problem of the, fiber cable. That is how they lost it, and they never invested. While
Hmm.
Airtel has built up already fiber, many cities they had, connected, and they could fight back.
Got it. I can see like right now it's Jio and the Airtel which is like have the major market share in like internet and the Wi-Fi wala segment, home Wi-Fi's.
Airtel will be far, in terms of the structure, in terms of the people. I think Airtel
Hmm.
in long run will beat the Jio. Jio has a capacity, but Airtel has a culture, and they are also putting investment. That's
Hmm.
my view. Because they're putting investment there. They're also equally whatever number of sites they have. It is a game. Like first game came, let's if you look at evolution of telecom, first game, whoever was higher tower, because when telecom was going, he took leadership. No matter, if you look at leadership in various circle, whoever the first mover advantage, first
Hmm.
site in the village, he took leadership. Second came whoever took the 2G, 3G, 3G
Hmm.
data, took leadership. Third came whoever data is their leader. That is how evaluation. Customers keeps on looking differentiation. So one
Got it.
is like BSNL also become leader because BSNL tower was only present. You don't have a choice but to.
Hmm.
So in a village area, if your tower is first, you took leadership. But when another company also took leadership, you will look at what difference. Somebody is a 4G will be better. So every era was customer was looking for innovation. Whichever company took innovation, they went off.
Got it. And now let's talk about the founders which you met, right? So like
Yes.
how was it? Let's a deep dive. Like how was it? Did you left your job during that time and wanted to build something, and this was the first step which you took? How was
I
it?
won. So I became a self-reliant, correct? I could
Okay.
survive. I cut down all my costs, and I started eating single lunch, no drink. So I could say this is my cost. I can survive next 5 to 10 years, because when you are starting something,
Hmm.
you never know how long you will survive. My son has already got job, so I didn't have any. My father enabled. So I thought, like, even if I do not succeed for 5 years,
Huh.
I will at least survive. I will not put my money. Okay. So I want to do something, and that's why I went to Kenya, and I thought, like, I had an idea, because uh, personally my first startup was in Kenya, and when I was I had a 40 to 50 people, okay, in my team,
Hmm.
and you have to give him an advance, because unlike in India, you spend money, and then guy will claim back. But in Africa, every month advance you have to give an advance. People don't have money. So let's say $1,500. If a sales guy is there, you have to give $1,500 every month in advance. Okay,
Oh.
to travel, to everything. Without advance, nobody will put his own money. That is how Africa is there.
Huh.
So on 30th, money will get finished, and they will not get the bill, because money used to give in Airtel money. Once you give the Airtel money and you have put, okay, fuel will be so much, this will be so. After that, I don't know how much you have done. Okay.
Hmm.
And five to, first to seventh guy will say, I'm not driving because I don't have advance. Because advance will come when you settle last month bill. Okay. This was actually problem. I know it is a big problem. So I was talking to Happy, and how can I solve this problem by using the corporate credit card, like Happy and all those things. Okay.
Huh.
So I was thinking, like, if I have a card and if I put a corporate limit, let's say the limit of, let's say, $60,000 was my expense. And if I put, let's say, my weekly expenses out of $60,000 is roughly $15,000, correct? But
Yeah.
for this model, I'm spending $60,000 in advance. Okay. And I have
Mm.
no clue about it. So if I launch a certain card, which I put $15,000 and I connect all the cards together, all these sales guys, and put the limit, fuel, so much. Everybody will be drawing from the core accounts. And the expense management, they will put the bill, and this 1 to 7th loss is not there. And if I'm giving $15, I know how much he has to give the fuel. So that much amount fuel will be. So corporate card I wanted to launch. This was
Mm.
expense, Africa it
Mm.
wasn't there. India had done it. So I went to Kenya, and I thought I was I prepared the plan and all these things, and based on my Airtel experience. Okay. I went to Kenya, who's the richest guy. So one guy had called me, Mohammed Bhai, he had an insurance company, and he kept me 10 days in hotel and saying, okay, you don't tell the idea to anyone else. But he was not committing, neither he was giving, but he had paid hotel, he has travel fees from the India. But one day, in Saturday, I asked someone who's the richest guy, so saying this, you have a phone number, his phone number. I called him on Saturday. He came so and so, and I plan, and this is what I want to launch. So come on Monday, just meet my secretary, and I made a presentation. Ki this is a big problem in Africa, and I personally faced it.
Mm.
Can we solve it? So he's saying is yes, we can solve, but you have to also involve my son. He can be co-founder because he came from the US. I will give you 1.5 million. That's not a problem. But so we started that, and he called okay, you need to get the license from the central bank, and he's the richest guy. He called the central bank immediately phone, saying how much time will take. He's saying 2 3 months we will be able to get. So we registered the company, but it was getting delayed, approval this one. So I thought another problem when I was having in Africa was
Yeah.
loan, collateral loan. So when I was executing in Africa, Airtel Money, I was putting booth in Africa, and I had local vendors. So I give him an order, okay, let's 10. And I told him, you execute, then I will pay you money. Now,
Mm.
after 5, he was not executing. I don't have money. We take it from the loan. He was not getting. I called Citibank. Okay, you give this guy in advance, and I'll pay directly. There was no system, invoice financing. Then I had to get some vendor from the Egypt who had money, and I had to incur 20% more cost. And he deployed the same guy to do it. So idea
Mm.
was, even if you are getting an order from the big company, there was no invoice discounting kind of things available, collateral. Africa
Mm.
doesn't give any collateral loan. So I thought, like, let me do same thing in Kenya. So he had a 20. By the time the card gets approved and all these things, let me launch that platform. So he had 6 million of receivable from the supplier. So I told
Mm.
him, ki, these truck companies, all these truck guys were there. So most of the truck guys, you will take loan against your asset, but you need working capital of 2 months. And if you take a working capital from outside, it is 5%.
Mm.
But you're doing service for this FMCG company. So I told him, ki, I took a loan against this company 12%. I discounted to 40% to these guys. So we're doing 2 million that completely. So this truck company, you sell my invoice to us. Okay, there's no risk. So the investor had a manufacturing company, investors only suppliers, and we were taking money against investors from the bank 12% because he has balance sheet was good. Same money early we were giving and making our money to 16, 17%. It's good business. I went to Safaricom and all these things. That's a good business. And I was, but somehow this card business, I wanted to launch card business had got delayed because of approval, this approval from Visa.
Mm.
So it got approved, and then we got the 1 million funding from the Visa. Okay. But, and this processor was from the this one MasterCard. So direct connectivity was not there. Okay. So
Mm.
the bank has to connect direct connect with Visa. So it wasn't there. So they said, okay, it cannot happen because the processor has to direct connect to Visa. And
Mm.
we had tied up with the processor, which was MasterCard. And we were trying to launch $1 million. So I can't leave Visa, I can't leave the processor. It
Mm.
was getting delayed. And I thought, like, how could I solve the card problem? So that's why I met these investors. And when I was going to these transporters, they're saying, okay, you are solving my fuel problem. what about the GPS problem? What is my problem when I do cross border? How will I get the fuel? How will I get the? So they were buying from that 9 different vendors, and cost was not coming together. So if I go to, let's say, Uganda, I will take X vendor. If I go to here, I will Y vendor. GPS
Hmm.
provider X. None of the guys had the ERP. So I thought this is a good opportunity, but I need, for the fuel, I need someone who has got cross-border fuel. So I met the investors. They had a 300 fuel station across cross country in like Tanzania to Zambia and all those things. So I had met him long time back on the plane. So he's saying this is a good problem to cross-border fuel. Can you build up? There was a company called Corridor and similar kind of a space. They did not have a fuel station, but they were doing 400 million worth
Hmm.
of the river. So they saying, can you replicate it? So I thought I'll replicate it. So he gave me money. Can you build this platform? So that is why I discussed with Antino. Can we build? So 2
Oh.
years we build the platform, okay, and cashless. So while we were building the cashless platform, we got it solutions for ERP. So by that this was building, I can't keep on sitting. If I'm there, let me solve another problem. So we got e-toll business, all surrounding business we got it. Let's say business of e-toll, business of the GPRS, and we
Hmm.
became within 6 months cash positive while the cashless was being built.
Oh.
So same transporters, same everything. So we start building them. Now we have got 50 people, and
Hmm.
now we do GPRS, we do ERP, we do cross border, we do everything in this one. So the single platform nobody else has got. See, everybody, either GPS company will be GPS. It's like a supermarket. In a supermarket you check out whatever product you want, you pay one control account and do it. That's what I did. It's nothing brilliant, but
Hmm.
what I did is combine together so that one vendor you got all the.
Crazy. And like initially, why you moved to Kenya, or why you decided to start this in like away from India? Because initially, like you were in Bangalore, right?
Africa has a good margin. Opportunities at India, most of the problem. So Africa margin, I'll tell you why Africa is important. Okay.
Hmm.
India may you only burn, you don't make money. Africa, you make money.
Like how, like,
Let's take a distribution supervisor.
huh.
If you're a telecom distributors in India,
Hmm.
your margin will be 1.2%. If you are a
Hmm.
distributors in Africa, your margin will be 8.5%. Africa may you can get the stocks on credit against bank guarantee. India may you cannot get it. Okay. Africa has much more problem because if you ask any startup
Hmm.
guy, first they will go where? India, then they go US and Europe. Okay. Nobody
Hmm.
will try to go here because they're fragmented.
Right.
The more a complex problem is there, nobody wants to enter it.
Hmm.
Okay. And that is where the money is there.
Okay. And like how did you discover this? Like okay, in Africa there is money. Like how did you identify this?
Because I look at the guys, filthy rich guys. They're not brainy guys. Anything you do, the margin is high. If I go, margin will be, even if I look at the, uh, let's say if I go to, this one hospital, look at
Hmm.
the cost. Hospital cost will be $920 for just physician.
Hmm.
So this is a normal guy who will be some Kazakhstan guy. I will be seeing it. So I saw the opportunities are there because there's no cost of the credit here is very high. So if you have money and you want to put up here, uh, Africa offers a huge an opportunity for profit making a startup.
Nice.
India is scale. If you want to scale up, you want to get valuation. India is fine because somebody will pay because the scale is high. Africa offers you a profitability, a good, reasonable startup. That is why, and the climate is good now. The temperature is 9 degree to 25 degrees.
Hmm.
Law and order is very good. So there's nothing I can, you can get good driver, you can have a good life compared to better than US. And you work hard, and you, let's say Africa could be 20 years behind India in technology. So
Hmm.
any solution you will make, and credit hungry countries, there's no money people can get by collateral. So there's a huge opportunity because every bank makes money on the loan. Okay, if you build a loan profile, so the money is to make. That's why. That's why I think, why should I go to this one? Because there's money, and I know the people, and there's a security is there. There's a better place to solve the problem. Unless I'm not looking for the valuation perspective, I build and I sell it. No.
Hmm.
But valuation perspective means somebody will control you. Now here is, you build and you own it.
Got it. And like you told that you met a lot of KGP founders, right, in Bangalore, like 100 of them, right?
Yeah.
So like what were the top learnings which helped you build this Mama Stops?
One was, they all of them said it is a long run. You're not going to success. Second, they're saying focus on the sales. Technology part
Hmm.
is very easy. You can solve it.
Okay. Huh.
Technology anybody can build up, but sales is the most difficult to it. Okay.
Huh.
So when I started selling, I myself was 9 a.m. to, let's say, every day. I will come in office, and 10 o'clock I will go. I will come at 6 o'clock. So every
Hmm.
day, 90% sales initially, I didn't hire anyone. I didn't have money also to hire.
Hmm.
So entire the customer was sold by me because I was involved. And I was a CTO in this one Mama Stop. I was a product manager. I was a marketing manager. I was a finance manager. I
Huh.
was a collection manager. I didn't have
Hmm.
money, and only, so learning was good. I built up a relationship. People will, reject me. I will go. They will say, "Why are you coming?" Hate me. Sometimes security guard will not allow. Sometimes this will not allow. But somebody also came. Somebody said, "Why you want to buy up my relationship?" People gave. Somebody said, "Okay, this 50 years guy is old guy. Felt pity of. Okay, give him." Somebody saw the passion. Who gave it?
Huh.
Because continuous keep on changing, meeting him, understanding. People do not want to change. They're saying, you are there today, tomorrow you will go. Why should I change it? The product. Okay. So this is how it comes. Sales is very, very important. And a lot of people hire a lot of people initial days, but that's not needed. Sometimes. So they told hiring should be the phases wise. Don't hire too many people. Hire as much people as required. Never
Hmm.
compromise in hiring in the sales. So I thought, let me get sales right. Okay, at least get this one company can survive. Because what happens actually, 9 to 10 months, any investor will lose the confidence. So I got whole thing like 150,000, dollar. 90,000 dollar I spent on the building. Rest $50,000 may we got scale up, completely. And then because if I was not selling, and if I had many hierarchies in the company,
Huh.
okay, this guy, that guy, then because there's a mistake also I did, like, but I had limited money, okay, limited choice. Idea was to, like, company has to survive, and we have to become profitable because 30 to 40 people are what satisfied me. Okay, 40 people, 50 people are working, their families are running because of idea of mine.
Hmm.
That was underlying principles. And so let's say Saturday, Sunday, whole Sunday working, Saturday working, life is completely 3 years has been hell, So a startup is not job if you want to enjoy the life, It is
Hmm.
like a crazy place, But you enjoy it. It's not a stress is not there, Like work may your stress is there where you do not doesn't own it. Here is you think you're building for yourself. So that's why stress is less.
Got it. And like at the age of like right now you're in 50s, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And at this age, what is that one thing that always pushes you to stay consistent, right? Or keeping the patience within you, and basically delayed gratification is the word, right? Okay, you just keep working, stay consistent, and things will happen.
I'll tell you like two things, like health wise.
Hmm.
And there's not been a single days where I have not done health. Okay, health means morning, my routine is like fixed.
Hmm.
Walk 1 hour in the 30 minutes walk, one
Hmm.
hour yoga in the morning, 1 hour walk in the night, and 1 hour yoga.
Hmm.
So 4 hours every day. There has not been 10, days where I've not did it. Okay, consistency.
Hmm.
Every day, if there is a rain, I will take umbrella to go. Okay. I eat lunch. So I used to take initially used to come home and waste my time. So I start taking tiffin so that I can maximize time in the field. So I will take a tiffin so that again coming back to lunch, going hotel takes 1 hour waste.
Hmm.
So at lunchtime I will move from one place to another so that if I have a customer, I'm taking my lunch in my car, driver is driving, and I will by the time the customer comes in, I will be there. So idea
Hmm.
was maximize meeting the people. Okay. So initially, when I started to do that, I was thinking I will call and take an appointment. Okay.
Hmm.
So one was if you energy is there, 50. Okay. I have been workaholic from childhood, because IIT prepares you 16 hours. Because suppose I was rich family, good this one. So your body is prepared for 16 hours. What IIT teaches you, working hard. And
Hmm.
when you are working hard, then anybody else, results anyway will be there, whichever field you will go. So if I learn one thing in IIT is only the hard work and concentration. Crack a single subject, solve the complex problem.
Hmm.
That is how the definition of anybody who's there, who can work 16 hours, who can work simple problem and do not get the, this one. Because many people also apply for IIT, but they're not able to solve the problem, any problem. Okay. They'll get away. So somebody who is in IIT, he will solve the complex problem, will understand solving the problem. Not only this one, because if an
Hmm.
IIT memories it, nothing will understand the basic and solve the problem. So this is a
Hmm.
basic discipline if is there and your body is anyway tuned for 16. I don't drink, I don't have any other have hobby except work. So what will I do?
Got it.
So
And
anything you will be able to crack it. Nah. There's no
hmm.
problem. You give the problem, any IITians, apply the same logic,
Hmm.
hard work, higher than anybody else, solve the problem, where the root, not the memorize, okay, to go in detail, micro detail, how to problem, to solve it. If you that is there, so you can solve any bloody thing in the life, na? There's nothing because most of the people are, you look at the problem in the consulting view. But when you go in detail, you'll find these the problems are a simple way. I'll tell you a couple of examples, I'll tell you, okay, which will help any sales guy.
Hmm.
When I was in Gujarat, okay,
Huh.
I looked at the people, sales people, who are number one people, number one guys, okay. So I found it, I look at the market share, I could everything, who are the best guy. I found whichever guy had more than 60% marks in 10th, 12th, they were doing better than anybody else. So that means hard work, not
Yeah.
sincere. Sincerity
Hmm.
comes, so 60% marks. So
Hmm.
rest of the 10 years, I never had any one guy who is not 10th and casual guys. Either you have to be in sports somewhere. So if below 60%, I will never hire you. I never select you. HR will never hire you. Okay, I may have a recruiter. When I was in Hyderabad,
Hmm.
so if you look at Hyderabad city as such, 1300 sites and we had 68 sites were not making profit. Okay. 2 years we were. So I got one guy from, ISB, he was reporting to me and, Bits Pilani. I look at the map. That time map had come just now, Google map, lat long was available and, whichever. So we look at which area, 68 guys are not making profit. That means every site has to make, let's say $1,000 to make profitable. Okay, and this 68. So when I look at map, I found a particular pattern was there where we were not making profit. Population is everywhere same. And then I look at who is handling this one. We found salesmen. We found 28 salesmen were handling. It was a distribution problem. We removed these salesmen, hired the salesmen which were gaining share in those sites. In 6 months, all will become profitable. When I was looking at this one, the rural area, a lot of sites were not making profit. So, idea marketing guy will say, okay, reduce the rate, market this one. Suppose out of let's say 6,000 sites, we had 1,000 sites not making profit. So, marketing guy will look at the angle in terms of reduce the rates, put more board, put more banner, and this start consumer will buy. But that when I analyze the data, I look at all these 6,300 sites, and I roll in analyze which are the variable, which are the variables are important. Okay, so let's say number of outlet, market share, all factors. We found factors that means in each site there has to be 10 outlet which will be selling recharge. So we were losing 60 lakh rupees in terms of the discount in these sites. We removed it. 60 lakh rupees I put up in the people, and all these sites become profitable. So instead of putting money on the people, on let's say marketing, we put on the people.
So due to some technical issues, we were not able to record the last part of this podcast. In the last part, Hanuman shared two business ideas. First one was, in India, marriages and preparation of marriages is a very big problem. So he recommended an idea of building an ERP system where we have everything which is required for a marriage and its preparation. Let's say you want to get your loved one get married to someone and do the preparations. You can just log in into ERP, book the banquet hall, book everything from that particular software, and the wedding preparation is done. And people will pay for this because in wedding people spend a lot of money. And if you charge a minimal amount, 100, 1,500, so people where they are spending, where they are ready to spend around 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 50 lakhs on a marriage. So 1,500 would be a minimal amount which they would be ready to spend for this convenience. This is something which I recommended to build in India and to build in African continent in Zambia or South Africa. So there he mentioned that there is a very big financial gap in the population, right? So you can build some fintech platforms to provide the loans to those kind of people, to the population living in Africa. So on that fintech platform, like similar to what we have in India, people can go log in and get a personal loan very quickly, like within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or like within seconds, maybe. So that are the two ideas which I recommended towards the end of the podcast. Thank you ये एपिसोड एंड तक देखने के लिए एंड शेयर दिस एपिसोड टू समवन हु यू थिंक विल बी सक्सेसफुल इन फ्यूचर एंड चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लेना बिकॉज इट विल हेल्प अस टू ब्रिंगिंग मोर अमेजिंग फाउंडर्स एंड बिजनेस पर्सन। और कमेंट सेक्शन में बताओ आप नेक्स्ट किसके एक्सपीरियंस से सीखना चाहते हो।